Hello, everyone. Welcome to the second AutoCAD workshop being hosted by the UTDL team. We at UTDL host a variety of workshops in 3D modeling, simulation, as well as 3D printing, and as well as Arduino. We've hosted workshops in SolidWorks and Fusion 360 in the past, and as well as ANSYS Space Claim, ANSYS Workbench, and also 3D printing and Arduino. So we so the senior executive, the technology director for UTDL is Kyle. Unfortunately, he's not present on call. And me, Yashwin Chawla, I'm the technology executive, along with my peers, Shahid, who's on call right now. He's the tech exec, and along with Andrew. Unfortunately, he's also not present. And we at UTDL we are all about transforming from the virtual workspace all the way to the physical workspace. It's all about having that virtual idea in mind and how to bring it into reality using the rapid engineering design principles, and how to bring your idea into reality using using various methods and techniques, and just having it in a very effective way. So the agenda for this workshop is such that we're going to be looking into 3D modeling. It's just a continuation from the first AutoCAD workshop, where we learned about various 2D sketching tools, and then we shifted to 3D modeling. And this is just a little bit extension on that, and along with the assembly of the 3D components. So let's just dive straight into it. Yeah, so this is the first model which we will be practice. Like, this is just like a practice thing for 3D modeling, because I feel that in AutoCAD it's just about practicing as much as we can, and then comes the later stages, the assembly and everything. But we need to have a good command over our 2D and 3D modeling techniques. So this is really essential. So this is the first model which we will be sketching as well as 3D modeling it. And the second module for today is this universal coupling. So this is like the assembly of the multiple components you can see over here. We'll be doing that. And okay, so let's just dive straight into it. And just one thing, a brief overview of what AutoCAD really is. AutoCAD is like a 2D/3D drafting tool software, which which is which is very often used in the construction, as well as building structures, and as well as various engineering projects, building or construction industries, as well as various engineering projects. And it really comes into handy while analyzing the blueprints or the 2D drawings. So AutoCAD's all about that. And now, as you must know, if anyone does not really have an access to the does not have really have the license to the AutoCAD software, they can actually access it using the online ECF portal provided by the University of Toronto. So how you really do that is there's this link, remote access, where you come on this page, and you can actually download this link, this URL which is given over here. You can actually download it, and I'll just show you like a brief way of how to access the AutoCAD software using this. So just give me a second. So as you see over here, this is the ECF desktop which I've downloaded for myself. So you just open it, just connect it. It just takes some time to actually download it, but hopefully it does. Okay, so this is a screen which is just like the ECF labs. So you just put in your basic details like your user ID as well as password, and you just open. So over here, you just search for AutoCAD. Yeah, so you can just access the AutoCAD software from here. This is a 2018 edition, but I'm actually using the 2020, but it doesn't really make that much of a difference. You can actually sketch on this version as well. So you can just open it. You can just start modeling on it. So, but I have a license to it, so I'll be using this. I'll be using my own software. So I'll just close this down. I'll just be closing my video. Okay, so this is the like the 2D drawing of the part which we will be modeling first. So as you can see, there are these two circles over here which have been extruded into like three-dimensional, and there's this triangular, not exactly triangular, but there's this like shape in the middle, and each part has been given a certain thickness. So we'll just start with these two circles of diameter 42 and 64. So this is the first page which comes up when you open the AutoCAD software. So you just press this for a new tab. Before I start, I would just reiterate and just give a brief overview again of the AutoCAD interface. So as you can see on this A over here, this is like the application menu where there are a lot of options available, such as new, open, or you can save your part, you can open an existing part, or you can open a new part from here. You can actually change the drawing properties as well as the units from here. Then on the sorry on the right, where you can see, this is like the quick access toolbar. So it's just the same options, but this is like the quick, if you want to access it quickly, like shortcut menu. And then this is what we call like a ribbon bar, which consists of all the various commands and features. So this is like the 3D modeling workspace over here. So as you can see, if you go to solids, there are like various commands available. If you go to the surface, there are various options, and like extrude or solid union, sketching. And if you come all the way down over here, this is like the user coordinate system which we use for all our sketching as well as 3D modeling purposes. And over here, where it's given the type of command, this is like the command window where you can just actually, rather than I'll just show you during the modeling process, you can actually type the command over here as well. And this is what we call the world coordinate system, or like this is what commonly called the view cube. You can actually change the view of the drawing. And over here, this is like the navigation bar, which helps us navigate through the 3D model, through the 2D sketch what we have. And at the very bottom over here is what we call the status bar, which consists of which has a lot of commands, such as snap mode, or the grid mode, or like polar tracking, object snap tracking, object snap. And actually, so like just a brief example. So if you don't want these grid patterns over here, you can just come down over here and you see this display grid mode. You can just actually turn it off. Yeah, you can do that. And okay, so I'm about to start, and I'll just put the documents, like the work, the the 2D drawings of the two models, as well as the 8 sheet of this workshop, which really consists of all the of all the important commands, as well as some tips and techniques for the software. So I'll just be putting those in the chat so that you can access it. Just give me a second. Yeah, there you go. You can just actually access all the material over here. And let's just start now. So we'll be drawing these two circles, the of diameter 42 as well as this 64 diameter circle. So there are these various planes which we use to actually, like, similar to what we use in SolidWorks, because like there are various planes which we have to select. So like if I want to draw in, like, supposedly it's SolidWorks, if I need to draw on a front or a top or a right plane, similar to that, we'll actually, for this particular model, we'll actually be using what we call the southeast isometric. So how you do that is you come all the you come to this view tab and you see this unsaved view. Just click on the drop down menu and you just select the southeast isometric. The user coordinate system automatically adjusts to that particular the, to that particular plane. And okay, so just enter UCS over here and just select it. And if I don't want this origin to be visible, so just select no origin over here. And now just come to this draw tab and select this circle over here. Open the drop down menu, select this center diameter. And it's of 42 diameter. So just select it over here. And then I draw like a 100 line all the way from the center to the other center, to the opposite center of the other circle. I'd put 100 over here, press enter. And just one small overview of the basic commands, how to actually move around, or how to actually interact with this interface. So in order for you to like zoom in and zoom out, just select the center mouse button. Just if you roll towards outside, it will just zoom in. And if you roll it towards yourself and like outwards, it will just zoom out. And if you want to move around, just select the center mouse button and just move it towards left or right, wherever you want it to go. And another 3D modeling shortcut key, which I will be just talking about later on when I convert this to 3D, I'll just show you in a bit. So just select another circle, and this is 64. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So after this, I'll be modeling these tangent lines to this circle. So how I do that is I just select this line command in the draw tab. And now what I do is I need to make this tangent. So over here, as you can see, I can really find the tangent command over here. It's just showing me the quadrant over here. So how I do that is I just hold the shift key and I press the right mouse button, and this pop-up menu will show up. So just select the tangent over here and just select anywhere on the circumference. And again for this, hold down the shift key again and select tangent again, and just put it over here. And the same, we do it on the opposite side. Go back, select the line command again, hold down the shift key, select the tangent command, and once again do it, hold down the shift and select the tangent feature and just place it over here. Perfect. Okay, we got this. And another thing now is we need to draw these inner circle of, this is 24 diameter and this is 36. So we do that. We come back over here. We select the diameter option over here. Hold, look for the center of the circle. As you can see, there's this green dotted line. As you can see, is what we call the polar tracking over here. If this is something which is not visible to you, is how you can actually make it visible is you come down over here on the status bar and you select this polar tracking. You switch it on, and if you're unable to locate the center of the circle, how you do that is you come to this object snap option, you open the drop down menu, and you see there is various options available like endpoint, midpoint, center of the circle. So make sure to select the center, and now it is activated. And now you'll be able to, when you hover around this, you'll actually be able to see the center. And yeah, and just draw a circle of diameter 24 units. And if I want to, as you can see, I want to repeat the circle command. So a shortcut key for that is you just press enter on your keyboard, and the command will again will again execute itself rather than just going back to the circle command and the draw tab and just selecting it back. So this is just like a shortcut key. So this was 36. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So I'll just get rid of this line. And now I need to bring this into three-dimensional. So how I do that is I will use the press pull command in the modeling tab over here. Just select it, come over here, select within this empty space over here, and bring it upwards to a dimension of 12 units. And the command is still activated. So I just do the same with these circles as well. Just select it, and this is 24 units, as you can see, the width, and this is 36 units. So I'll just do the same over here. So just extend it till 24 units, and the same over here, 36 units. And just if you want to exit the command, simply press enter key, and you'll just exit. Now, as you can see, this is what we call the 2D wireframe of the 3D model. So this is like a 2D wireframe. This looks really complicated. So how to make it look more like, how to add that solid width to it. So you just come to this view tab. You see, you just come to this 2D wireframe. Just select the drop down menu from here and just select shaded. And as you can see, so now if you want to just, rotate the part, how you do that is you just hold the shift key and you just hold down the center mouse button, and you'll be able to actually hover, like just rotate your part like this. So this is like a basic command for the AutoCAD 3D modeling. Now I need to draw this middle shape over here, and this will not be drawn in this particular plane, southeast isometric. I will be using the right plane for that. So in order to change the plane, you come back to this view tab again, open the drop down menu, select the right command over here, and now select the line tool from the draw tab, and just come down, draw a vertical line of 12 units. And as you can see, this is like 100 units in total, and 100 minus the radius of this 64, which is 32, and minus the 21, which is the radius of this 42 diameter circle, is 47. So I just draw a horizontal line of 47 units. Then I'll go up by a margin of 36 minus 12, which is 24. Yeah, and I'll just join this. Perfect. And now I'll use the extrude command to give it to convert into 3D. And I will give it a dimension of 12 units. If you can see over here, the width is 12. So just like now, as you can see, this like one of the common errors which a lot of people make is that, when I try to extrude it, it doesn't really happen because the part is the sketch entity is not combined. They all consist of separate entities. So oh, okay, yeah. So they all like consist of different sketch entities. They're not one combined entity. So how I do that is I just come to this modify panel, just select the drop down menu, and there'll be this option of the join command. So what it does, it just joins the separate entities and just combines them into one. So, and that really helps us when we are actually executing the 3D commands such as extrude or press pull. So just select it and just select these lines where you want to combine them into one unit and just simply press enter. And now they are like one single unit. Now when I do the extrude and press enter, now you can actually just move around a bit and you can give it a dimension of 12 units. Now I need to move this all the way to the midway of this over here. So how I do that is just select this part and there'll be this move command over here in the modify panel. Just simply select that. And now it will ask for a base point. So I'll simply hover around this part and look for this base point. It will mention the midpoint, select it, come over here, look for the quadrant over here, simply place it over there, and we are halfway through there. And if you can see, like if you come closely over here, I don't think you can see it through the shaded part. I'll just change it to realistic or conceptual. Yeah, as you can see, there are these gaps which have been left out. If you zoom in a little closely, there are these gaps which have been left out. I don't really want that. So what I do exactly is I will I will use the press pull command again in the modeling tab. Come over here and try to select this face, which is inwards. Yeah, and try to extend it inwards. And as you can see, the gap has been filled over here. I'll do the same on the opposite side. Make sure to select the face, make sure to select this face only, select it and just extend it inwards. And yeah, that's done. You can either select the escape key to exit the command, or you can just simply press enter key. And now I think the last part which is left is actually making this key on this circle. So, and this, as you can see, has been done on the top plane of the part. So we'll actually be shifting to the top plane over here. So how I do that, we've actually been working on the right planes. Just simply select the drop down menu and come to the top plane over here. Yeah, and select the line tool from this draw tab again, and look for the center point over here. Just draw a vertical line, and this polar tracking really helps me in actually figuring out if my line's actually vertical, or like if it's not deviated anyway. So this really helps me. So this option, the polar tracking, make sure it's on, and as well as this object snap tracking. So just make sure that these two options are on, and they're located at the status bar. So just draw a vertical line like this. And now what I'll do is I'll actually create an offset on each side. So the offset command is located in the modify tab over here. You see this offset command, select it, and we need to specify the offset distance. So I want it to be 6 units on either side. Select enter, and I want this line to be off. Yeah, and just drag it towards this side. Yeah, and now I want to repeat the command. So I simply press enter key again. Yeah, and I need to again to specify the distance, 6 units, and press this, come over here. Whoop, didn't happen. I'll try it again. Yeah, perfect. Okay, yeah. Now, what I'll do is I have to make this particular rectangle, which is 12 by 4 units. So how I do that is I select this line command. I look for the endpoint over here. I come down by 4 units, and now I want to make this horizontal line. I don't think it's not really visible, but I just zoom in a bit. You see this line, I need to make it perpendicular to this offsetted line. So how I do that, I simply hold down the shift key again, set the right mouse button and look for the perpendicular option over here and just place it over here and press enter. So the line has been made. It's not clearly visible, but I think you can see this line, which this like perpendicular to this offsetted line over here. I'll perform the same function on the opposite side. So set the line command again, come down by 4 units, and again hold down shift key, select the right mouse button, perpendicular, and yeah, just place it over there, press enter. Okay, now I need to get rid of these unnecessary lines. So I'll use the trim command, or you can actually use erase. So you can just enter erase from here, and the erase option will be here. So just simply press enter. One thing I forgot to do, that this is not like a closed surface. So I'll just close this. So I'm just trimming out erasing the unnecessary lines over here. Yep, perfect. Okay. And the same with this, and the key has been made over here. Just get rid of this middle line. I'm sorry, but it's not clearly visible. If I try to zoom in, I think then it will be a little, you guys will be able to see it. And I'm just trying to get rid. Perfect. Okay, now what I do is I need to create that I'm just trying to get rid of all the unnecessary lines over here. Yeah, and the key has been made. Now I need to extend this hole all the way to the down, and width of 36 units. So how I do that is I just simply press pull command from here. I don't think it's happening. There's like an issue with the model, but yeah, so this is how you do it. So you simply press pull over here. And after you've made this key, you just extend it all the way to down of with a dimension of 36 units from here. And the key would be made like this. And we'll have a part which is exactly similar to what we have over here. So this is like the basic part. And now the second model, which we will be doing in the workshop today, is the universal coupling. So I'll just open the 2D drawings for those to be more, to be like a little convenient for everyone. Okay, perfect. So I'll just show you how it's like. So the first part which we will be doing is the first fork. So over this, the front part of the entire assembly sits, as you can see over here. So this is like the 2D 2D drawing of that. So there are these various dimensions. So how we will be modeling is that firstly we will be doing this rectangular base over here. Then we'll be modeling the semicircular part on either sides along with this hole in the middle, and also with the key as well as this circular key. As you can see, there's this key which has been attached to the circle. We'll be doing that. So let's just dive straight into it. And make sure to select the top view and select the, come to the draw tab, select the polyline feature from here. And now select 0, comma 0, comma 0. So we start from the origin itself and select this home icon over here. Yeah, and for in the X direction, we need to have a dimension of 60 units, while in the Y direction, we need to have a dimension of 90 units. So just make sure, okay, yeah, perfect. So just put 60 units over here, go up 90 units, and /60. And you see, I'm actually not really concerned about if my line's vertical or not because of this green highlighted line. As you can see over here, I just make it aligned to that. So just you have to use these basic commands over here, the polar tracking. So just put 90 units, come over here again, 60 units. Now you can either close it down like this, or you can actually just select right click over here and just select the close option and it will automatically close itself. Now come back to the top view from here. Now I draw a circle of, I'll just show you. Okay, I draw a circle of 60 units in diameter and then another and in a circle of 30 units. So I look for the center point over here. I hover around there. This center point starts getting highlighted. So just select it and simply put 60 units. Press enter key again to repeat the command. Look for the center point again and just put 15 units. Yeah, and select this home icon again. Now I need to convert this into 3-dimensional. So how I do that is I will select the extrude feature from here, select it, press enter, bring it down to 15 units. Before doing that, I just wanted to show you something. I'll just make the key, you see this key over here, I'll just make that. Select the line command from the draw tab again, look for the center point, draw a vertical line downwards of 18 units. Yeah, and we will again be using the offset feature for that. Simply put 4 units as the offset distance. Select this line and just press enter. Now I'm going to repeat the command, select enter key, put 4 units as the distance, 4 units, and now I'll just join it. Press enter. Now I need to get rid of these unnecessary lines. So how I do that is I can actually enter erase, or I can use the trim command, which is located in the modify tab over here. So there's a scissor, which your trim command, select it. And now you can get rid of these unnecessary lines. Yeah, we've obtained the key like this. Now, as you can see, these they all like different entities. I want to join them into one single combined entity. So select the join command from here, the modified panel, select this circle, press enter key. Now it's one single entity. So now I'll convert it into 3D now. Select extrude command, select this rectangle, press enter, bring it down to a dimension of 15 units. Then again press enter command to repeat, then again press enter key to repeat the command. Select this and select outer circle, select the key, press enter key. Now you bring it all the way up to a unit of 30 units, as you can see from here. So 30 units. Okay, so this looks a little complicated. So I just changed the view from 2D wireframe to shaded, and we've obtained something like this. Now I need to make that particular hole for the key and for the circle. So how I do that is I will use the solid subtract feature, which is located in the solid editing panel. Select it. So how it works exactly is I need to subtract this particular circular hole from this outer circle. So first you select the circle, outer circle, press enter key. Now you select something which needs to be subtracted from. So I want this key to be subtracted. So just hover around it and you'll, yeah, press enter key. So the hole has been made. Now I need to make these semicircular kind of a part on either sides of the front fork. So I just do that. So how I do it is I select the line command from the draw panel, look for the midpoint, come down, draw a vertical line downwards of units of a dimension 20 units. And now I need to change the coordinate system. I need to align my z-axis to a particular direction. So how I do that is I come to the coordinates panel over here. I select this z-axis vector from here. I come over here and I just locate it anywhere. I want my z-axis to be in the opposite direction like this. Simply press enter key. Now select the circle command, the diameter, and locate the end point of this vertical line and draw a circle of units 46 units. And I think it was 46 units. It was 46 units, the diameter, and then there's an inner circle of 16 units in diameter. So just simply press enter key to repeat the command. Look for the center point and just put 8, which is the radius. And now what I do is I want to join these. So I'll again be using the tangent command. So just locate the endpoint over here and just, and if you like hover around this, it will just show the quadrant point, which I don't want. So what I do is just hold down shift key right click and look for the tangent point, place it over here, press enter. Now again, I want to repeat the command again. Simply press enter key again and hold down shift key again, tangent. Yeah, perfect. And now, you know, you can actually move around by holding down your shift key and the center mouse button like this. And now I need to close this sketch what I've made. Again, use the line command and just close it like this. Now, when I use, now I need to get rid of these unnecessary sketches. So how I do that is I use the trim command. I come over here in the coordinates panel, select this and select the trim command. Get rid of this, this line. Yeah, perfect. Okay, now I need to make this, all of these sketches into one single entity in order to convert it into three-dimensional. So I'll again be using the join command, which is located under the modify tab. Select this line, this, and just, you know, rotate your part a little bit and look for the, yeah, perfect. Okay. So simply press enter key. And now I'll convert this into three-dimensional using the extrude command. Select the sketch, press enter key, and I'll give it a thickness of 15 units. And now I need to, what I can do, I have two options over here. I can actually go back there and draw the similar part, or I can actually copy this shape and actually place it on the opposite end. So how I do that is I simply select this part, come over here, and there'll be this in the modify tab, and there'll be this option of the copy feature. Select it, locate the point over here, select it, and bring it all the way to the endpoint of the opposite side. Yeah, press enter. Okay, so now, as you can, I need to make this circular cut, which, and as also on the opposite side over here. So okay, now I'll just show you something like a very common error, which like, you know, a lot of people make. Like, these are like very basic errors which we need to avoid, and we often get stuck on this. So now when I try to use the press pull command like this, and I extend it all the way to over there, as you can see, the hole has only been made on one side, not on the opposite side. And why is that? Because this is not really a single entity. They are all different entities. So how do, a command for that is we use a solid union to actually make them into one. So just use the solid union command over here. Just come here to the solid editing panel and select the solid union command. Select this, select this, select this. Yeah, and simply press enter key. Now they are one single model, one single part. Now when I do the press pull and I hover around, I select the surface of this inner circle, extend it all the way over there. And now, as you can see, the two holes have been made over here. And so this is that. And now one thing is, like, we can either, there are like two approaches to this. I can actually create the other parts on this particular, what we call a layer, or we can actually create multiple layers in order to have more clarity, and, you know, in order to just save your time and reduce the complexity while actually drawing the components and actually assembling at the end. So how we actually create a layer in AutoCAD is we come to this layers panel and select the layer properties. So this has been made in the layer 0. So I think we need 1, 2, and 3 layers. So this would be so how to rename it is just simply select right click the mouse button and select it. Rename the layer. We will name it front part, and come over here. We select, give it a name of pin, and this would be cap. Okay, now I was actually working on the layer 0 over here. Now I actually need to shift to the front part, like to another layer. So how I do that is I actually simply select this, as you can see, now this has been activated. So if I want to make another layer activated, just simply select double click over here, and now this layer has been activated. So I just simply select this rectangular kind of symbol which is there, and now I need to hide this particular model. So how I do that, you see this bulb kind of a symbol, simply select it, and now as you can see, it's invisible now. Now you can actually work on another part of the assembly component. So just change the view to top. Now again, use the circle command over here, and now we'll actually be modeling this front part. And as you can see, there's this concentric circle of diameter 30 units and an inner circle of 16 units in diameter. So I select any point, and I select any random point for the circle, for the center of the circle, simply put 30 units, and again press the enter to repeat the command, and put 8 units. Now I'll draw a construction line starting from the center of the circle from here, and draw a horizontal line of 23 units. Press enter key. Now select the line command again, the draw tab. Just hover around the point, go up, and simply put 30 units. Yeah, and just come all the way down and give it a dimension of 60 units. You can actually change the view now. I'll actually give it a view of southeast isometric. Now I'll actually extend this into 3 dimension using the extrude feature. I select the extrude command in the modeling tab, select the inner circle, select the outer circle, press enter key, and bring it down to a unit of, to give it a dimension of 30 units. And now, as you can see, I've done this on purpose so that, because this, as you can see, this another circular kind of a shape has to be in the middle. So I've actually done that on purpose over here. So now what I do is I actually use the press pull command in the modeling tab, select this inner circle, bring it to the top, give it a dimension of 30 units. And I do the same with the outer circle, give it a unit of 30 units, again using the press pull command. And now I just press escape key to exit the command like this. Now I need to make that circular cut within this cylinder. So how I do that is I use a solid subtract feature in solid editing panel. So first select the outer surface and then select the feature which needs to be subtracted. So select this, press enter key. So the circular hole has been made. Now I need to draw the cylinder again, but on this particular plane, as you can see. So how I do that is I again use the z-axis vector, which is located in the coordinates panel. I come over here. I make sure that my z-axis is pointing towards this this horizontal line, which it's parallel with this particular line, which construction line which has been made. I again use a circle command and make sure that it's center diameter. Locate the end point of this and just draw a circle of 30 units in diameter. Press enter again and give it a radius of 8 units. We want a 16 diameter. We want a circle of diameter 16, but we just give it a radius of 8. It's just the same. And now I extrude it. I select the outer circle as well as the inner circle. I press enter key and I give it a thickness of 60 units. Yeah, and I again make that circular cut, which what I've made over here. The same thing is going to apply on this particular cylinder as well. So I select the solid subtract feature, select the outer circle, press enter key. Now I locate, I try to, sometimes it becomes a little too difficult to actually locate the part which needs to be subtracted, but you just try to hover around the part and just try to get hold of that particular inner hole. Yep. So press enter key. The hole has been made over here. And now the front part is ready. And now I move on to the other part, which is the pin. So before that, I just turn the layer off to avoid any complexity. And I move on to the pin part. And I just change the view again. Make sure to change your view every time when you start modeling a different part. Make it to the top view. Now we'll actually be modeling the pin over here. As you can see, it has an outer radius of 12 units and in a circle of diameter 16 units. So I'll just do that. Hold on this. Again, use the circle command of width. Make sure that it's center diameter. Yeah, 24 units. Press enter key again. Eight units. And now I would like to change the view. So I just give it a southeast isometric. Yeah, that looks good. Now I'll give it a particular thickness. So I'll use the extrude command again. I'll select both the circles, press enter, bring it up and give it a thickness of 8 units. And now I just come to the bottom over here. How I do that again is just hold on the shift key and select the center mouse button. Come down over here and again select the extrude command. Select this inner circle, press enter. Or rather we can use the press pull command from the modeling tab. So select press pull over here, select this feature, select the inner circle, bring it down all the way to 113 units. Yeah, and one important thing to note over here is that they've added this slant cut over here of radius 1 unit is what we commonly call the chamfer feature, which has been added on the top as well as at the bottom. So we add a chamfer of 1/45 degrees on the top as well as the tail of the pin. So I come to the solids panel. We are on the home panel currently. We just shift to the solid panel over here. You just come here, you see this fillet edge options, select this drop down menu, select chamfer edge. Okay. And we give it a distance of 1 unit, specify distance 2, again, select 1 unit and just select the edge. Yeah. And press enter key twice. And as you can see, the chamfer has been added on the top, and we'll do the same with the bottom. Set the chamfer command again. And if you can see in the command in the search window, just select distance over here. Enter 1. And for distance 2, again, I put 1 and I select this bottom edge. Press enter twice. And now the chamfer has been added. So our pin is ready. So the last part which needs to be done is the cap. So I just simply freeze this layer and I come to the cap layer. I again change it to the top view. For the cap, the dimensions are as follows. So we need to have there's a particular dimension which is missing over here. So we need to draw an outer circle of 24 units. of 24 units in diameter, while the inner circle is of 16 units in diameter. There's this particular thickness which is missing, and we are assuming it to be 8 units in thickness. So just keep that in mind. We are using 8 units as the thickness of this. So select it and select any random point on the plane, on the, sorry, on the graphical interface. Put 24 units as the diameter, and again I select center diameter, 16 units. Yeah, and I change the view now. I select again the southeast isometric. So you can actually change it from here or from the view tab, or you can actually come over here, select this, and you can actually change your views like that. And now I need to give it, I need to convert it into three-dimensional. I need to extrude the sketch. Simply select the both the circles, press enter key, and give it a dimension of 8 units. I need to make that circular cut in the middle. So how I do that is I again use the solid subtract feature, which is located in the solid editing panel. Oh, sorry for that. Just enter over here, solid subtract. Or you can just select this in the solid editing panel, select this object, and we hover around and we try to locate the inner circle, which needs to be subtracted. Select it, press enter key over here. And as you can see over here, there's this curved edges which have been added to the cap over here. So this is what we commonly call the fillet feature, and they are of radius 1 units each, and they've been added to the top as well as the bottom. So I'll just add those fillet features. I again go back to the solid panel over here, and yeah, again come back to the chamfer edge, but this time we'll go with the fillet edge feature. We'll come to this we'll come to this command window and put in a radius of 1 unit. We select the edge, the outer edge. Yeah, simply press enter key twice. And as you can see, the fillet has been added. We do the same with the bottom. So select fillet, put in a radius of 1 unit, and I look for this. Yeah, simply press enter twice. Yeah, perfect. Okay. And just keep one thing in mind. We're actually not concerned about the circular holes which have been made. We're not doing this. We're just making a simple cap without these two holes. And now we're gonna assemble all the parts which we have made. So how to get them into this particular layer is simply you just, we actually froze all the particular layers where we were modeling. Simply just turn those layers on, and just make sure to, like, avoid any complexity. Just try to move it around a bit. How you move it is you select the sketch, and there'll be this move gizmo which will show up. You select this red arrow and you just drag it out, and you can get rid of these unnecessary 2D sketches over here. And then we actually turn this layer off, which will give us the front part. And as you can see, they are like two different entities. I want to combine them into one. I again use the solid union feature in solid editing panel. Select this, simply press enter key. Now they are one, but they are one entity, combined entity. So just select it again, use this move gizmo and drag it out. And there are these sketches, you can get rid of these. And lastly, we have the pin. You can actually combine these two as well. Use the solid union feature again. Select this, press enter key. Now you can actually drag it, or I can actually drag it towards this side. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Now what I have to do is I need to change the direction of this part. So how I do it, I select this and I come to this modify panel, and there'll be this 3D rotation. I can actually rotate my 3D part in the three-dimensional workspace. Select this, and there are these, this is what we call the rotation gizmo. So I actually try to rotate the part. I actually give it a dimension of 90 degrees. Yeah, and it has shifted to an angle of 90 degrees, as you can see over here. And now I need to turn this upside down. So I'll do the same using the 3D rotation gizmo. So I give it a unit of 180 units. Yeah, when I entered 180 degrees, so it just turned upside down, and this is what I wanted. Now I need to fix this front part over here. So how I do it, I again turn this to 90 degrees using the 3D rotation over here, 3D rotation command in the modify panel. 90 degrees, perfect. Okay. And now I try to locate, I need to move this part over here. So I will be using this move command in the modify panel. Select this, and I try to locate the center point of this, and it will automatically show up. And if it doesn't, so you just come here to the object snap command option, and you just select the center or like the midpoint or any of the points which you want to highlight. So it will automatically, so when you try to hover around the point, it will automatically get highlighted like this. Select this. Yeah, and I so there are these, I select this inner circle. Make sure you're not selecting the outer circle, you're selecting the inner circle over here. The part has been fixed. Perfect. I'm trying to just look that, it's concentric. So I'll just show you. Yeah. So what I'm trying to see over here, and I'm trying to see that my part is concentric with this circular hole which I've made on this. Okay, so the next thing is I need to insert this pin all the way from there. So I just turn this, and how I do that is I again use the 3D rotation gizmo, and I use this green gizmo like this, give it 90 degrees. Perfect. Okay, and now I need to turn this into that particular direction in order for it to go all the way from here. So I again use a 3D rotation, use this base and rotate it 90 degrees. What I do is I need to move this. I simply select the move command in the modify panel, select the part, press enter, locate the center point of this. Make sure, like as you can see, there are these 2 points which are being shown over here. Make sure to select the centermost point of this. So just come, if you're confused, like if you cannot locate the center point over here, simply go all the way to the top and just come down, and there'll be like this green line using the polar tracking command, which can guide you to actually locate the center of this. Select it and come over here. And I simply select, like, for this particular front part, I actually selected the inner center, and now I will be using the outer center for this, like this. Perfect. Okay. So I need to adjust this. I need to move it a little bit inside. So how I do that, I select the part and there's this rotation move gizmo which shows up. I select the red arrow like this, try to move it a little bit inside, and yeah, something like, it just depends. Like if there's no particular dimension like which you can give, it's just random based on whatever you want. So I would just give it, I just leave it like this. Yeah. And now the last part which needs to be done is I need to fix this cap or over here in order for the screw to remain in its place and not move out. So I just make it, it's now it's a horizontal direction. I just turn it so that it's in a vertical direction. So I again use a 3D rotation gizmo command, and I select this, and this is 90 degrees, perfect. I just move around. So this command is really helpful for me in order to, like, just rotate and just locate the parts, is the shift key and the center mouse button. So this comes really handy when you're trying to actually, 3D modeling and assembling your components. So I select the move command from here. I select this part, press enter. So there are these there are these lot of center points which you can see, but if you go from the top, you start from the top and you come down, you see there's a center point which is being highlighted. Select it, and I'm just trying to, okay, yeah, perfect. So this is the universal coupling assembly, like what we do in AutoCAD. And now, like, you can just convert all these into one single entity. So just use the solid union command. And so now this is one combined assembly now, and these are not various components now. So this is the universal coupling. And with this part, we come to the end of this AutoCAD workshop 2. And hope you guys learned something new today. And if like any of you, if of all our workshops are recorded for future purposes, and if you want to access the recording, you can actually go to our YouTube channel, utdl.tech, and you can actually access all the past recordings of the workshops. And if you have any further questions regarding any workshops or regarding the competition which is going to be held next year, you can actually email us at technology@utdl.school.ca. And the last thing for today is that there's a raffle being conducted, and the winner gets an Amazon Echo Dot. So my peer Shahid, like, he's just entered the link to the Google form. You can just fill it out, and there'll be like a draw, and you can actually win an Amazon Echo Dot. So that's really exciting. And we have another workshop next week, which will be Fusion 360, which is being hosted and conducted by the Fusion Autodesk professionals. So we look forward to having you there. And yeah, thank you so much for your time, and hope you have a great evening. Thank you.